Welcome to the Tomes of Time. I'm the timekeeper, Stephen the Stoic, and here's my lovely cast of victims. I mean, players who will now introduce themselves going this way and then down.
Hey, I'm Nolan Paranoid. I play Nella, who's the barbarian of the group. And typically on Tuesdays, I would have my own game, but that is on hiatus. But I still have the episodes on my YouTube channel, Null Amore.
Hello there. I am the Black Doctor, also known as the Wise Donatello. You can find me on the Black Doctor 21 here on TikTok, and also on my Instagram with pretty much the same name. You can also find me on YouTube as the Black Doctor. I also participate in Null's stream as Balgroth the Dark, basically the dad of our campaign. But I also play as the mighty Dragonborn of Hope, Athanasius Theophilus, on Captain Calvinist's D&D stream. So please, check us out.
Hello, I'm Kyle St. Andrews. I play as Captain Sean the Butcher Edinburgh. I play as a swashbuckling pirate. I also do have my TikTok channel, Kyle St. Andrews, right there. And all other things I'm involved in, go to kylestandrews.com.
Yes. And I apologize tonight, dear audience, that we do not have a full-on stream up of Roll20. That's just how things turned out, given who's here and the limitations of their tech at the certain point in time. I'm well used to tech plaguing us. If you've been reading the descriptions, that's kind of a running joke. Anyways, when we last left our heroes, would like to recap, if anyone can.
I'll try to remember as much as I can. Basically, everybody gathered up from resting in the monastery and met together for breakfast. I, the great Donatello, was introduced to them, and we were basically figuring out that there is a traitor in the midst of the monastery. We began searching around the entire monastery looking for him, and encountered a dragonborn from the enemy faction. We fought him. We beat him. We almost killed him, but we interrogated him, and in interrogating him in a frustrating turn of events, it was revealed that the enemy faction, basically the faction of the Dragonborns, are preparing for an evil that is beginning to rise very soon. He won't tell us where. He won't tell us when, but we know it's coming, and so it's time for us to prepare.
All right, you gain an inspiration point for recapping. Yes, specifically as we last left our heroes, this prisoner, Ichthyos, was inspiration for having cute little bean. He was being cartoned off for further interrogation, as you came to the collective conclusion that, it's time to go window shopping. As you all seemingly come to from a brief moment of thinking, getting lost in thought to yourselves, you realize your rogue has slipped away.
Lads, where's the assassin?
He disappears.
Yeah.
So this just happens.
Yeah. It is annoying, but it is what he does. I do not like it either.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. Anyway, we should probably figure out what we're going to do in order to prepare for this threat. Our health needs to be topped up, and we need to be ready for anything that could happen. I know there should be some shops around the monastery and in the city that would be helpful to us.
You know the monastery is full of healers, and if you have Shelter of the Faithful, being an if
I
you're
do.
if you have, huh?
I do.
Yeah, you can basically get free healing for you and your party.
Nice. So just go to any one of the healers, or just come to me, and I can heal you.
Yeah, we can basically have that as y'all can replenish your health. Are you ready to venture out into the city for the shopping?
First, let me heal up. Hey, preacher man, can you heal me?
Yes, of course. And he basically for free casts, cure wounds, basically restoring all of us to our health.
Oh, all of us?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bet.
So it restores full health.
Yep. Now, is there anything else you want to do in the monastery? We could go to one of the healers for information, one of the monks for information. Or would you like to go to the shops that are around the monastery to see if there are any materials you will need for our upcoming journey? I know I'd like to see some.
Also, key question, is anyone going to grab the Onyx Tetrahedron? It is currently on the lectern pedestal in the sanctuary.
I'm grabbing it.
Alright. Note on your character sheet that you specifically have that in your inventory. And you can always refer to the handout for its power.
Right.
Power. Are y'all stepping out into the city of Andal, Port Town?
Yes.
Alright. As you step out, it's midday. I should probably click on the page too. And this is the grand sum of what you would see if you explored.
Oh, look, art.
Yes, a map of the city. There's a man drowning in Lego City.
Hey!
So yeah, you can ask me what particular places you'd want to go and visit. Y'all would be currently at this location.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to drag and drop it. Won't let me.
You have to click on your name. It's stupid. It should allow for the token as well, but it doesn't.
There it is.
Is this on Twitch as well? No, it is not. This is only here, and then the footage of this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, Lone Jedi 100.
Let's see. I am. Yeah, I'm going to go to the forge.
Alright. As you approach the forge, you hear the clanking of metal, obviously, as the forge is in production. Yes, D&D today. As you approach, you see from the half-cracked open door of the building a short dwarf of quite a dark-skinned complexion, with thick leather hide apron and brass goggles currently over his eyes as he's using a mallet to forge a sword of some sort. You'd have to get closer to see.
He hobbles over to him. Ah, my dear diminutive fellow, it is wonderful to see you today.
He kind of looks at you, perks up his goggles as you see these piercing blue-gray eyes. Hello there. What brings you to my shop? To my forge?
Just as our Lord has told us, to sell our cloak and buy a sword. I am looking for wares. I am looking for wares to protect myself and my companions on a journey.
Ah,
It,
what what can old Ash Stoutwick interest you in?
hmm. He begins to look around, just hobbling over, observing the swords, but also a wooden shield with a eye-like sigil begins to catch his eye.
Um, is that the defaulted description of what's it called? The what?
Yeah, the shield is emblazoned with the symbol of an eye from the description that I have here on D&D 5e.
It wouldn't be made out of wood, I don't think, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Well,
the
just I guess any metal.
what's the exact item name?
Sentinel shield.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, it's made out of just sort of a bronze material.
Nice, nice.
It specifically the eye. It looks like the Palorian symbol with a extra half circle in the center of it to look like an eye.
Ah, what might this be, my friend?
Ah, that would be. I forgot what you just said.
Sentinel shield.
That would be a sentinel shield. Conscripted by a man before he went to war, he didn't pick it up in time. It is imbued with certain abilities to aid in combat.
Hmm. Well, as one who is primarily based in defense, I believe I shall procure it as my own. How much is it worth, sir?
It's a good question. Let me look at the books. The books in peace, so I don't actually have a standardized price. Oh, of course, London mentioned that.
Just a reminder, I'm broke and I only have like 60 gold.
It's not.
Hmm.
That's just economically um, disadvantaged. The DMG, cool. What page? Ah,
I mean, we are churchmen. We usually take vows of poverty.
alright. This page is not giving me a standardized price.
I don't think it was from the way that I was looking at it.
Well, it's from the looks of it, the time and materials and enchantments that I got for the commission. Mm, it's quite a lot. How much do you have on you?
60 gold.
He frowns. Well, would you like to pay in installments?
Depends on how much, good sir.
300 gold.
Uh, uh, um, Donatello sinks slightly into his shell.
We can do an installment plan, pay plan. No problems. I've done it plenty of times before.
300 gold in total. How
I,
how much how much for now?
you're a man of the church. I trust your word. What do you think would be a good initial installment price?
Hmm. I shall say half of my wares. 30 gold is fine.
That'll do fine. Okay. I'll put your name down as the eventual purchaser. Well, actually, okay. Mm, Oh, thinking of the logic of this. Yeah, okay, yeah. Uh, then I will contact the church. Next payment is expected within the next month.
Indeed, sir. I shall see that the shield remains in good condition while it is within mine, and it shall not be destroyed until I have fully paid my debt.
As you look at the shield, taking it off the wall, you see on the inside there is a little sigil down at the bottom of it that kind of has a dim, arcane aura to it.
Do I notice?
Oh yeah, I just described you seeing it.
Ah, right. Sir, might I ask, what is this? And he points at the sigil.
Insurance.
Well, that sounded a bit more ominous than I expected, sir. What does that mean?
If you miss 2 payments, that shield will be returned to me from wherever it is in the world.
That
Anything else I
sounds
can interest you in?
that sounds fitting, sir. I believe I'll return to either the church or maybe some more shops. I believe I have one more item in mind that I seek to search out. And he takes the shield and places it on the back of his shell, bows to the man, and begins to wobble out, hobbling on his staff.
He bows. As you leave, you hear the return to the. Alright. Who would like to be shopping for the next segment? I think maybe maybe Cap.
Okay.
The captain.
Where do I need to go? I mean,
Um. Well, as you look around, there's a few places. There's no shop that specifically says black powder. Um. Make a investigation check or perception, whichever one is higher for you, as you go through the lower market district. Okay. You're able to find um, a shop that has some some barrels that you are familiar with from your time on ships as the kind of powder you'd put in cannons. And as you go in, there is a diminutive halfling shopkeep scrubbing the front desk. Hello?
hey, I'm looking for gunpowder, black powder.
Oh, black powder. Sure. We just got a shipment in from the docks. How much could I put you down for?
How much for a horn?
For a horn? That's a pretty penny. That's a pretty penny indeed. Let me look at my book here. Let's see. That will be 30 gold.
30 gold for a horn?
It's reduced than it is in some places. How much? I might have to tweak the price. How much do you have?
I mean,
I got 29 gold.
Threaten him.
Oh,
And I got 118 copper.
1
You
8.
could threaten him.
Tell you what. Actually, you would be familiar with that. Especially these kind of shops in these kind of port towns. They love to be tourist traps. But you get the feeling haggling is definitely an option.
Mm-hmm. Make that 25 gold.
And what's in it for me?
You live.
25 gold, and I got 5 rusty daggers I could give you.
Daggers? You might want to go down to the forge if you want to sell daggers.
How's 1 gold locket?
Oh, good luck. Let me see.
That's a gold locket I have in mine. I hand it over to you.
Okay. Roll persuasion. Well, he he gets out his scales and kind of weighs it on you. Tell you what, 20 gold in the locket.
20 gold locket sold.
Alrighty. He hands you the horn of powder.
I hand you you keep the locket, and I hand you 20 gold.
Thank you for doing business.
That's a very big shot move for you, kid.
Nella, what are you doing around town? Carmichael with you, of course.
Of course. I mean, she's not really a possession type person, especially because she doesn't really know what kind of stuff they sell here. She would ask Carmichael if he wants anything.
Oh, not really. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna be traveling. Maybe you guys will want something to ride? Unless, what's his name? Secures like a cart or something. I don't know. It's up to you, really.
Well, I don't.
Maybe some rations? Are you good on rations? Rations are important.
Yes. I don't have food on me. That would be smart.
Yep.
What do you eat?
What do axolotls eat? Well, they normally eat, worms, insects, small fish, anything I can get in my mouth.
Well, we'll get fish then. Let's find fish.
Oh, yay! You look around, the lower markets don't have as much in the way of, open food. They're more of enclosed shops, but the upper marketplace is basically that kind of square of open carts and people yelling out, "Get your fish! Get your, tangerines!" Things like that.
All right. She'll look and smell for fish.
Yeah, you find a cart that says, where there's a keeper there who's like, "Fish, get your fish!" You there, pig gal, you need fish?
Yes.
Alright. It'll be a gold a pound.
All right. She's going to dig through her pouch and just kind of hold out her 5 pieces of gold she took from that one guy. There.
5 pounds of fish it is. He gives you the equivalent food.
Thank you.
You see 2 stands of people selling oranges bickering with each other.
What's an orange?
Some kids playing around with a little ball.
All right. I do not really know what else we could get.
These are good rations for me. Anything specifically you want, we might have to go to a general store.
Oh, no, I eat fish as well.
Oh, goody!
Although these are very strange looking fish, but they will do.
Oh, Yeah, well, you see, that's a trout, and that's salmon. Just kind of counts on. Is anybody else wanting to do any more?
I'll go over to the forge and sell those rusty daggers.
All right. As you walk in, again, the dwarf, as before, just kind of looks up. What can I help you with?
I got 5 rusty daggers.
Oh,
How much would you give them for me?
well, out of 3, I could put a few of those together and forge a short sword. I'll give you 10 gold with it all.
10 gold apiece?
Yes. So you make that transaction.
So you said 10 gold apiece or 10 gold?
No, he 10 gold overall, he meant.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, standard equipment prices, that would actually be the standard price to buy a new dagger of 5 quantity. I said weirdly.
All right. I'll make the transaction.
All right. He catches a glimpse of your sword and he goes, "It's an interesting, great sword you have there. Where'd you get it?"
No, thank you. I love what it does.
"Just asking where you got it."
Got out of the head of a lizard.
My father talked about those. Forged by the elves.
Oh, you're talking about the pool?
Yes, it's amazing such a live folk can wield these hammers as he pounds into the metal.
Do you happen to sell any rope?
That would be more likely at the general supply.
All right.
So being pointed.
Anybody want to make a transaction before I go that way?
Where are you headed again?
He's going to the
General store.
Oh no, I was gonna head back to the monastery to look for something.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Unless the monastery's got my rope.
Oh, that's true. Well, yeah, I'll go to the general store with you then.
Right.
All right, I'll go to the general store.
As you enter the general store, you see a on the leaner build, normal height, human male behind the counter next to you. Goes, hello.
Hey, where's the halfling that was just here?
This is a different shop.
Oh, different shop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Halfling.
I thought. My bad. New to this place.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, Turtle Lee One. I'm Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Hey, what can I help you with?
I looked at Donatello, asked does he you want to know anything here?
We shall need most likely some more rations for our trip, so I should probably go and see if there are any.
Okay.
Oh yes, rations. Over there, he points to a wall.
And Donatello just hobbles over and picks out a few.
Okay, you see, rations are more or less portioned per day, and it's basically 5 silver per day's rations.
How many is that? How many silver is that in gold?
10 silver is a gold piece.
Okay. So 2 times 10.
And, how can I help you, fellow one?
I take 5.
Alright.
I am looking for rope.
That wall over there. It's the same wall. It's kind of like a basic survival goods wall. You can find either of the types of rope in your equipment section.
28. There we go.
It's a
How
gold.
much is the rope?
It's a gold for hempen rope. If you want fine silk rope, it will be 10 gold.
Gold for hypno rope? Okay. I'll take one of those.
All right. You ring that up at the registrar. Nella, as you're walking along, you see on kind of like those old West style towns where they got the awnings with the posts. You see tacked to one of those a flyer type paper.
Look closer at it.
Right. As you do, I edit who has things in their inventory. And you should now have a flyer. Oh, actually, belay the location line. It actually currently says the name of Port Andal, South Calabrian, instead of what it says there.
Where'd you put it?
It should be in your handouts.
The Dynasty one? I thought that was their.
No, it says something else. Here, 1 second. I'll fix it in a moment. Or you might have to reload Roll20, one of the two. Gives me time to fix that as well. I put it in your journal. I shouldn't have to make it editable. Yeah, it says it's in your journal.
What's it? Which one is it called?
Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I cannot read that.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll take it. I guess I'll show it to the guys when I find them.
Alright. Any more shopping excursions y'all want to do, or do you want to just meet up?
I am going to head to I'm going to head back to the monastery to see if I can find any of the any ancient artifacts or candles or anything like that might help us on our journey.
Okay.
And possibly find some lore.
Are you just gonna peruse, or are you gonna ask around?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the church and begin asking some of the other bishops or some of the other bishops whether we have any ancient artifacts that might be helpful in battle.
You managed to find sort of one of the people trusted to keep track of the inventory, sort of the quartermaster. You kind of parallel from your military experience.
Right.
Karis, a Aarakocra bird folk. Ah, yes. Candles. She leads you to the supply room. Pulls out a box and opens them. There's a plethora of colors: blues, pinks, purples.
My eyes instantly catch the purple one.
Okay. as you pick it up, there's a little tassel stuck into the wax that has a little card.
I flip it over and begin to observe
Yes.
and read what it says.
It is a... It says Candle of Invocation. It basically says its benefits in an in-universe way of explaining the properties of the item you discussed.
He begins to look at it carefully, inspect the description, and think, this will be the candle that lights our way, the path that keeps us sustained.
Karis
And
just kind of blankly stares at you, blinking. It's like, that'll be a goal.
he chuckles and hands the gold piece to the quartermaster. Of course, my winged friend.
Kind of
And he mumbles to himself as he begins to he stares at her and begins to wonder to himself, they shall mount up like wings like eagles. I think this was a bit too literal.
As you exit. So now, would everyone like to have met up?
Yeah.
You all eventually come back together, and Nella.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain to them the letter you got?
Right. Yeah, she just kind of holds it out to both of them so they can read it. I found this. It looked interesting.
Are you going to show it to them instead of read it, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm showing it to them.
Then I'm going to put it in their folders. Edit. In players' journals. Kyle. Jeremiah. Saved. It should either be in your folders or you'll need to reload Roll20.
Hopefully the latter won't have to be. Oh, there we go.
What is it called?
Festival.
The Festival of the Detestable.
Got it.
Do you want me to read it aloud?
Oh, also, the very last page of it actually is not in common. It's in a text that you are not familiar with. I didn't think about that.
Oh, Thieves' Card.
Right. So the only thing I see right now is just one page where it just says...
You see the top basically conjoin, that little extra paragraph space, and those last three lines are... They're in a hieroglyphic that you can't really recognize.
So we can't read that. So I can only read like the first part before like the 3 gold discount.
Yep.
Okay. So would you like me to read it?
Certainly.
Indeed. Come one, come all to the Festival of the Detestable. Mark 10th to the Violent 6th. Porth Andal, Southern Aleph. 10 gold for entry.
It's actually Marka 30th, but yes.
Yeah. My mouse was on front of that.
So yeah, and then there's just like a basic ink drawing of tents set up.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think we should go?
What is a festival?
1 millisecond, I need to close my door properly.
Yay. Well, a festival is a place of entertainment where there are people of I suppose every stripe who come in to perform tricks, They have, places for games, places for food, multiple things in order to entertain the masses. Just to take some time out of one's day in order to enjoy the pleasures of life, I suppose.
All right. Sounds interesting. Is there fighting involved?
If you'd like to roll a history check, you may.
Okay. Let me check.
Do you want me to do a history check?
Or actually, yeah, Captain as well.
Also, y'all got a question.
Oh yeah, the
Someone
question in the
asked a
comments. I
question.
believe that is the interpretation we would all go with.
Oh my goodness, why is my history so bad right now?
Kyle, as Donatello is racking his brain trying to remember.
I live in a monastery, for goodness sake, that's why.
Right. Like, no idea.
I would like this place.
Captain, you remember pretty well the stories of the Festival of the Detestable touring throughout the Shattered Isles not too long ago. It's a place basically ran by ruffians for ruffians where they can get certain items that aren't normally sold in places, maybe some what would be called the silent exchange, this world's black market, items, magic items that are just very, very particular, not really illegal, just rare. The main attraction, however, is their fighting ring. Instead of elephants dancing on seesaws or people being shot out of man cannons, there's just a pseudo-gladiatorial style arena. And at this point, you realize that hidden writing is probably a message in Thieves' Cant to the shadier parts of the world.
So, guys.
Yeah.
If you like a rough, good, fun time, I say let's go to this festival.
So there is fighting.
Oh, there's fighting. There's a lot of
Then
it.
I shall go.
Oh, there's fighting.
And Donatello is just like halfway hesitating, halfway trying to hold back war flashbacks. My friends, are you sure about this?
It's quick, fast gold.
I'd like to fight.
But must we not lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven? I'm not going to convince you guys, am I?
No,
What
I
was that
need
word you
gold for a
just
ship.
Balgras slowly sinks his head into a shell. Fine.
Turtle. That's the rip just got.
You say I'm not turtly enough for the turtle club? I'm literally a turtle.
You want to know a fun fact about that scene?
What?
That scene specifically was filmed when the Twin Towers were down.
Oh, wow.
They made everyone stop filming and they watched the news.
Depressing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, now, party, you are faced with an interesting dilemma. Where is the festival, anyways? It's around here.
That is... Let's see.
Where did
the flyer say that it was?
It just says that it's in the area.
Yeah, Port Andals, Southern Aleph.
Oh, that's supposed to say Cambria or Calabria.
Oh,
Well,
Calibre.
not thinking of that.
So would I mean, since I hang around here, I would know where that is, right?
You're not. You can't remember any times that they came around. You could roll a history check for just like in general where fairgrounds have been when there have been like fairs and carnivals and festivals. Oh yeah,
Right.
the fairground is up this way. Normally.
Okay.
Hold up, wait a second. My profile was in the way. Do that again?
So basically, up past going along the northern road, past the northern farms.
Okay. So just up the upper residential.
Yep, past the upper residential areas, past the northern farms.
Oh, alrighty then. I think if you guys are going there, then we should probably make our way. And he begins to lead them. He begins to lead them up north.
You pass by basic grain farms, cow farms. Does anybody want to make any particular perception checks as you're going through the farmlands?
What are
Wait a
these
second, I
animals?
think I have advantage on these. Let me check. Wait, no, I have... Yeah, I do have advantage on them. Because of my shield.
Donatello, as you're looking around, actually, I'm going to DM this to you, just so you can review.
Okay.
What are these animals?
Cows with guns.
It's a cow on a skateboard.
wait, is that what I think it is? Ah,
Skateboard.
nice.
As you're walking along.
I wonder if I'll find a Charlotte's Web, which means good pig on it. With a... I wonder if I'll find a spider web with a swell pig on it. He chuckles to himself as he begins to walk
Wait,
by.
are there pigs around here? Because Nella has yet to see an actual pig yet.
Make a perception check. Or investigation, specifically. If you're trying to look for it, now that you've heard the term that you have been called so many times. You can use your inspiration. You can use your inspiration to
I'll
Yeah,
save
you-
the inspiration.
You could use you could either use your inspiration or I could cast bless on you just cause. Because I have a feeling that you really want to see this.
I don't know. It's not that important. I just thought it'd be funny. I'm not gonna use the inspiration. I'm gonna save it.
I could cast bless on you.
You can if you want.
You can how does bless work? Does it allow her to? That gives an addition.
Yeah, it gives an additional D4. Even if it does work, even an additional. So that's 6.
How about Carmichael can also make an investigation check. Because he hears you mutter to yourself about seeing pigs.
I need to see this creature.
He points and goes, "Hey, look! A pig farm!"
What?
As you approach, just in the very same kind of setup as the farm from Charlotte's Web, you just see a little humble house with a gated-in area where there are creatures that look kind of like your folk. On all fours, they don't have hands, they have hooves on their upper arms, rooting in the mud, snorting. It says, Fine Swine Pig Farms.
Nella is going to just kind of... I've assumed Carmichael has been on her shoulders this whole time. She's going to set Carmichael down and she's going to, like, get down on all fours and, like, look at this animal.
It looks
Like,
up at
almost nose to nose.
you. It looks up at you.
Snoot to snoot.
It's like eating from the trough.
What have they done to you?
Brother, help me!
It realizing the pig has this sort of I'm gonna narrate this because there's no other way you could find out about it. The pig basically has this like uncanny valley reaction to you. It's like in the same way a human does. It's like, this is a pig, but this isn't pig enough. Ah! And it just like makes that pig squealy noise as it runs
It
off.
squeals.
You know, I can't.
She stands up and just kind of like wipes the mud off her hands.
You
Huh.
see,
Donatello looks up.
you see the farmer.
Donatello looks up and it's... Go ahead.
You see the farmer slowly walking around the pigsty with big old overalls and a straw hat that's fraying on all sides. Skin sun eaten like Picard in his old age depiction from the original show.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't this farmer to go, huh, huh, huh?
That'll do, pig.
He
That'll do.
does have for a standard human that's not like influenced, that you can't tell is influenced by any other race. He does have a bit of a bulbous nose.
So this is the animal I was compared to.
What in the heck are you? What have I been feeding
I
these
am a
pigs?
Menageries.
Kind of looks at the slop that he's been feeding them. See chunks of corn fall with the gruel from his hand.
What are these animals used for?
Oh, all sorts of things. Let's see, there's bacon, there's sausage, there's all sorts of cuts. Some people also just like to have them as pets, but these ones, these are growing good and strong. So they're not for sale.
Do I sense danger?
But what are you?
I am a Menageries. I am not from around here.
Well,
I've
I
been
can tell all the
compared to
pigs
these
around here
animals.
walk on. I can tell all the pigs around here walk on all fours. Anything I can interest you in other than my confusion?
Have these animals ever attacked each other before?
Oh yes, they. He kind of leans in and whispers. Sometimes they cannibalize.
Yes. A cousin species, then.
You see the front door of his house slam open as a tiny little pig runs out and a little girl running behind. She's like, "Come back! Come back!" The farmer just turns, "Sally, get back inside!" She just kind of stops, mopes, and goes away. He goes over and picks up the pig. Ah, stupid runt.
I understood that reference.
I want so badly.
I understood that reference.
She's got a heart for this thing, but it's not really worth anything. Do you want it? He kind of holds it out.
How did you describe it? What is that word?
A runt? That just means of all the other ones, it came out with the least desirable traits. It's smaller than it should be. Maybe it has a deficiency. This one, it's just too small. It doesn't have any physical disabilities.
I will take the animal.
Sure thing, it's worth nothing to me. Here you go. He just kind of plops it in your hands.
No, babe.
It looks up at you with these big eyes.
Those big old eyes.
It fell asleep in your arms. It
I have
trusts
no
you.
idea how to take care of this thing.
It has very bad judgment.
It'll eat almost anything, even its fellow kin.
You look into its eyes, and the only thing it can say is, "Moider."
Ah, yes. A creature of my own heart. I guess she's just gonna she doesn't really have anything to she's gonna give it to Carmichael for him to hold.
Let's see.
The axolotl holding the baby pig.
What's the size difference? What exactly is the size comparison of Carmichael and the pig?
So this is a piglet. This is also a runt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes.
I don't know off the top of my head how big those are.
It depends on how old, because pigs can get big pretty quick.
I looked
If
up.
it's a newborn, it's like the size of my hand.
Yeah, it's a little bigger. It's still small enough that you can hold it.
Can
Mostly
Carmichael hold it?
because it's a runt. So it's average size. Wow.
You're Googling this, aren't you?
I
Depends on the breed of pig.
It is smaller than Carmichael.
I
But
assumed it was smaller than
just-
Carmichael. I was
just-
just wondering if he could hold it.
He barely. He seems encumbered.
Hmm.
Mama, help me!
Okay. She's gonna take it back and just kind of put it on her shoulder. It will sit here now.
I thought you were gonna put it on your head and it falls asleep there.
Actually, it does. It kind of nuzzles at you, and then just kind of calms down. You feel its breathing slow, and it just kind of seems like it's found peace.
Why do I see Carmichael riding this thing into battle later?
Yes.
Oh, that will happen.
You hear Donatello yell in the distance, "Hey, it does say swell pig."
This will be my successor.
Fine.
I look at the pig and then back to you and then back at the pig and then back to you. I can see it.
And he yoinks at me.
We are the same.
Yoinks at me, and I oink at him.
Okay.
We are
As you
the same.
press on in the distance, you do see there we go. You do see this series of tents over here. Whoa! You have a piglet.
So it's not pink, but yes.
Right.
And it will not sit on my shoulder.
I cannot be tied down, mother.
Does anybody feel like they need a break before we go into the next half of this session?
I want to grab something to eat.
Yeah. Okay. We will start a break. Kyle, would you like to kick it off with, or Doc? I don't know, whoever wants to. Basically, the gospel message.
Sure, I can do this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God created the earth good. And in his creation, he decided to show his love that he himself already had between the Father, the Son, and the Spirit within the world. And therefore, he created man. Adam and Eve, he created in his image and likeness. He created them with authority and power and with virtue. And he made them upright, though he made them able to fall. When temptation came into the garden, they fell. They rebelled against God, and therefore the world was plunged into sin. And God, out of his righteousness, could have rightly destroyed man. But out of his own self-giving love, he gave his son, Jesus, the Son of God, consubstantial, one in being with the Father, true God, but also he came down from heaven and was born of the Virgin Mary. He took on true human flesh and became man. He is the Son of Man, truly man. He did all that was required of us, living a perfect life, fulfilling the covenant of works that Adam should have done. And not only that, he died on the cross, taking the punishment that was due for us, the curse that was due to us, upon himself by becoming a curse for us. And it shows that the Lord accepted his death, accepted his price by raising him from the dead and seating him in the heavenly places where he now rules and reigns as king over all creation, God above God, God of all gods. And now he bestows his promises upon his people, interceding for them. And now, what does that have to do with you? You're a sinner. You're in need of God's grace. You have committed divine treason, and so you must be punished. But God has offered Christ in your stead, that if you repent and believe in him, your sins will be forgiven. You will be united to him, and you will not only have your sins forgiven and taken away, but you will participate in the very life giving of God himself. You will enter into communion with him and have life in him. You have a choice to make today. What will Christ do with you?
Feels a little ominous when you end it like that. Like, I know where I'm going. What will Christ do
I
with
know
me?
where I'm going. Where are you going? And it's a beautiful thing because the gospel, like the original word, euangelion, is the proclamation of victory for a king. And it's not only just a great proclamation, it's good news, but it's also a challenge that the king is on the throne and we must submit to him. So it's both a blessing of good news, but it's also kind of ominous. But the reason why it's beautiful is because our king is a good king. He's the one who obtained victory over our enemies. And so we must greatly rejoice in him because our victory has been assured. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you forget?
I have a ghost
It's
of
in
a
her
memory.
backstory.
I have a ghost of a memory of you saying that. Hey, kinship.
You what?
Kinship. Ah.
I
Oh,
went and got my cape.
this is also a period for extra self promotion of anybody. If you like hearing I'll start off. If you like hearing my voice, I have a podcast, Most Excellent Theophilus. You can find it on Spotify and other places. You can find me out of the DM seat on her campaign, Journey Through Mira, where I play No Tail. And
It's on hiatus.
you can find me alongside these two, right on hiatus. But you can still watch the episodes backlogged. You can find me playing alongside these two as Asher. That's not the accent. Herr Asher. The druid, monk, cleric, prophet. In
Prophet.
the Tales of the Aesir, Captain Calvinist. Um, though I will not be there next week as I am going on a hunting trip. Which means this will also be on hiatus on the 13th of next month, I think. 13th or
Pretty
14th
much.
would be the next game.
Right.
If anybody else has any extra promotions they want to talk about.
Well, let's see. I think we've been on hiatus for a while, but I also co-host on the Men of the Way podcast. We talk about theology, apologetics, etc. I think, Lord willing, we might be coming back on a day that we might not expect. I believe like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. where I will be reviewing King's Servant on his second debate with a Muslim on the deity of Christ. So it's gonna be incredibly fun. The first debate was pretty much a slam dunk, and the second one is going to be pretty easy too, I think. But we'll see what happens.
I should actually just leave this Discord.
You want to do a shout out?
If you want to, yeah, sure thing. This is a moment
I
to.
was asking.
No,
No,
I did my stuff at the beginning. It's fine.
All right. Again, follow me at Kyle St. Andrews. And people talking about hiatuses. I have been on a hiatus this fall on my podcast, The Stream Talk. You can find it at kylestandrews.com. Also, if you're in the south part of Alabama, you can tune in to 91.1 FM WFPW. My voice is on there also. So
I didn't know you had a radio show.
I don't have a radio show yet. I used to be a radio DJ.
Well, you know, Kyle, people have always said that you have the face for radio.
I know they do. And I got a voice for silent films too.
Nice.
You and me both.
Well, with that, everybody, back to your seats. Make sure to silence your phones as we resume this wonderful play. Apparently, is the aesthetic I go for. Theater play, apparently.
And scene.
We find ourselves at Le Carnaval. Oh, I should also click on the thing. I wish you would auto. I would be annoyed if you did that. So you will come out here. You will be at this bridge.
Ooh.
Once it loads.
Ooh. Da circus.
2 Andalian guards stand watch. A basic soldier and an officer of rank. The agenda for tonight is Dungeons and Dragons. The guards are standing there with a little toll box.
Good for them.
Nope. They kind of cross their glaives and like that will be 10 gold for entry. Above them is that sort of up sign thing that says Laurel N. Hardy's Festival of the Detestable.
10 gold.
Festival of the Detestable. So it's 10 gold for each of us?
Yep.
She drops 5 of her gold rings into the toll box.
The guard kind of. Alright. Looks at the rest.
I reluctantly drop 10 gold into the basket.
Alright.
I drop 10 gold and say, don't be shy, guys. We'll make it back very soon.
What do you mean?
The officer, the higher ranking guard cocks it. And yeah, you have free range of the festival. There are some patrons, there are some interestingly dressed people behind stands, in front of stands. Feel free to explore.
And Donatello looks around. He remembers some of the quotes from some of the old plays that he used to listen to in his travels. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Aye.
You said that there were games here, right?
I believe I did. I mean, I'm not certain, but I hope so.
Carmichael, would you like to play a game?
Oh,
Would you like to play a game?
yeah, sure. That could be fun. I like games.
Alright.
Let's see. As you look around, what specifically kind of game would you be looking for?
Maybe some kind of throwing game
Okay.
Axe
that
throwing.
requires accuracy, or some strength game, like the bell hammer thing. I know what it's called.
You see
Ring
over
the bell.
here, there is one of those tall, like hit it high machines, very rudimentary. And on the table is an assortment of throwing daggers, bows and arrows, throwing axes, with a backboarded wall of balloons, stomachs, bladders, things that could be inflated.
Okay.
Okay then.
What's
Painted.
the game? Is it throwing or is it the hammer thing?
There's both there. And
I want to try the hammer one first.
alright, easy enough. There's a mallet chained to the machine so it can't be walked off with.
Donatello follows behind.
Alright. You see this table as well. To play it, roll a strength check.
Okay.
Alright.
That's a save, excuse me.
You hit it, and it goes from the 0 to ding, at the 18 mark. 18-foot mark.
I would like to try.
Alright, that'll be another strength check. Oh, not a save, yeah, just a straight strength check. But we'll allow
Yeah,
Nella's
sorry.
roll. It also goes up to the 18.
Can I try again?
Certainly. That'll be another check.
I guess to see if I can get it higher. Nope, never mind. I'll go with my first.
This one only goes up to the 7-foot mark before coming back.
Dude, we only win if we get it all the way to the top.
Yep.
Yeah, heretics, what's up? I want to try again.
Alright. That'll be a strength check.
Neat.
You just actually I'll let you flavor how you hit it so significantly well.
So she's going to look at the mallet, and because it didn't really work that well, she's going to use her hoof and like stomp down on the, like, I guess it's like a seesaw type deal if I'm imagining the right kind of contraption.
Okay.
And she stomps down on it. And I want it to dent the bell at the top.
Yeah, I'll actually, since on a natural 20, I'll say it would have broken it, but you got a modified 22. So it goes all the way up, and you look, and there is now a substantial dent in the bell as it comes back down.
Give me
And
tries.
the man behind just looks like, that's the first time I've seen that, alright? He just kind of looks at his things. There's a selection of dolls of a overstuffed variety. Plushies.
God, Michael, do you want one?
Oh, that one. He points to a axolotl.
Yes.
The axolotl
I
gets an
agree.
axolotl. You're just
agree.
getting all of the the cute little toys, huh?
He hands down, making you now a quartet of pink-colored things.
Wow.
Oh yeah, the pig is still on my
I want to
shoulder.
try the
I
game.
love that.
All right.
I tried it first. Show off.
Okay. You hit it, and it hits the top.
So, what do I win?
There's again a selection of plushies. There's other things.
Let's see. I look at the selection of plushies, and I take the turtle plush,
All right. You get a nice.
and I take a bit of my my clerical robes, slice off a bit of it, use my javelin to poke 2 holes, and wrap it around the head.
Oh my god.
And then
I love that.
And then I place the plush upon my head.
All right, Captain, you want to try again?
I hadn't tried the first time, but I'm gonna try.
Well, you made it sound like you wanted to try again. It doesn't quite reach the top.
17.
It gets very close. Goes up 17 feet.
I'll try again.
All right.
Hey! Oh, it's a save.
Nice.
Bing! It dents. Comes back down. All right, but you won't.
What do we have?
As you look, there's a plethora of knickknacks, plush dolls. You see a model, like a tiny model ship in a bottle, as you look around.
I want that.
All right. Sets it down.
I want to do it one more time. I just want to see something.
All right, roll an investigation check as you pick up, or a perception check as you pick up the bottle.
Okay.
You tripped, and it hit
Yeah,
your
I got
knee.
it. I got a 1, but it just turned into a 4.
It only
fine.
goes up to 3 feet.
Yeah.
I'll roll the perception.
Why? I kind of want to roll it. I kind of want to use up my inspiration to roll again.
There's
I'll try better at the axe.
Oh, yeah.
Then.
It's interesting. You've not really seen a ship in a bottle like this before. It seems like a little model ship suspended in water. Like it's actually moving. Like floating in there.
I look over. Well, my friend, you did say that you wanted a ship.
It's mine.
Is
in a bottle.
is that your wish fulfilled?
No. This is mine.
Carmichael sheepishly. Try. He picks up. There's 2 mallets. There's an adult mallet and there's a kid's mallet. He picks up the kid's mallet. He's like,
If he rolls a nat 20,
and as he brings it down,
Please.
if he breaks that bell,
it goes. Why did you say -1 +1?
it's just 0.
What is that?
Hey, no, I feel bad for Carmichael, and I step on the bell. I step on the pipe.
All right, add a strength check. We'll say that combines for a 9 feet. Hey, look at that! Did I do good, Nella?
You did very good.
Yay!
Why is this so adorable?
What's this thing? Nella's gonna look at it.
There's a carousel.
Oh, that's a carousel?
I'm saying that's a carousel. I didn't make this map.
Oh, okay. That's fair. What sort of animals are on the carousel?
Unicorns, seahorses, zebras. None of which you probably recognize.
Please say there's a pig on that carousel.
The seahorse would look familiar, but
there is one that's
I
broken
digress.
that is replaced with a porcelain pig.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I'm gonna walk away from it.
Is there axe throwing?
There is actually back at this table. There's axes and throwing knives.
Okay, I try my hand at the axe throwing.
All right, roll a
Are those?
check. Not a save. Just roll dex.
Oh no! Why did you tell me to roll dex? This is not good. It's my least skill aside from my intelligence. It's 11.
Okay.
Not bad.
It hits on the board. It doesn't puncture an air vessel. Nella, as you wander this
I
way,
try again.
you see a cloud.
Oh, painted faces.
Just kind of smoking a pipe on the side.
We all float down here.
She's going to kind of walk up to him. Why do you wear your paint like that?
I am trying to find where I wrote about who he is.
It's where I keep all my depression.
Oh, did I? Oh, it says I named him on Roll20. What laziness! I didn't name him on the world resource document. I named him on Roll20.
His
Does
name is
paint-
Chuckles the Clown.
He looks.
Does painted faces bother her? I said, does painted faces bother you? Your character?
No. Nella's culture has a painted face tradition.
He looks.
Hey, kid.
Captain got blue across that drug across his face.
He. I'm Thaco.
Why is your face painted like that?
I'm a clown.
What's a clown?
I'm someone who does gags, jokes, goofs, guffaws.
Tell me a joke.
Tell you a joke.
My life.
Oh, did you hear about the kobold who ran for president?
I don't know what a kobold is. Oh wait, never mind. Yes I do, but no.
Me neither.
What is a president?
A president is someone who runs a certain kind of nation.
Like a king or a queen?
Yes, but more democratic.
I don't know that word either. You say words I don't understand and your face is odd.
That's true.
And that makes me violently angry.
He kind of goes, that's true. And you see the bottom of what looks like a green balloon coming out of his nose. He just pulls it out.
I know. Never mind. I don't like that.
What's the captain doing?
I see this from a long way. I understand that the balloons in this era is from intestines, bladders, stuff like that. I want to know how he got that in his nose.
This one happens to be a proper balloon, as far as anyone modernly could tell.
Disgusting. Plastic. Ew.
And he starts blowing it up. It's like an animal making balloon. And he starts... He forms it. You hear the ugly wrinkle of balloon material against itself. And he forms it into what looks like a pig. And he offers
I
it to you.
swear. Okay, no. She's taking her axe and popping the balloon. I'm tired of this.
This is making me violently angry.
Oh,
I have mine, and that is it.
oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I chuckle. Great. Now you've made him sad.
Oh,
He's going through-
sad. We gotta make him happy again.
He's going through his dark night of the soul.
I want to look at the animal pelts. They look cool.
There's just an assortment of rugs on which are laying wounded people.
Oh, what?
With a little Kenku tending to them with white robes, a white hood, and like a red cross painted on the sides of the hood.
What happens to them?
The Kenku looks up. Fight!
Fight. Where is the fight?
Inside Yuki. The Kenku just kind of looks to the big top and looks back. in.
Thank you.
Kenku goes
Odd
back
creature.
to the window.
This way.
You see a little bit in the distance, a little colored smoke wafting from that red tent.
Does it smell like anything?
It's too far away to really detect any scent.
I want to know if it smells like something.
I follow behind.
As you get close, it's just kind of herbal. And you see someone leave. And
Is there any like do I smell
it a
like
pie?
incense or anything like that?
it's not really anything you're too familiar with. There is a tent that says grief management and fortunes.
I did not know those first two words, but I'd like to know my fortune.
Looking in, it's just kind of well ornamented room. There's like an oriental style rug just on the floor, on top of which there's a seance-y kind vibe table with a kind of a crushed red cloth over it with gold tassels, and a crystal ball in the center of it. Beyond, at the back, you assume from the look of it that it's a bisected tent because it's just one tent. That there's a sort of a beaded wall, a beaded door, beyond which you can't really tell the room beyond.
She's gonna poke the crystal ball.
I knew you'd do that.
Yeah.
And you hear footsteps as from the bead comes this 6-something. Would you be familiar with the tiefling?
She knows what demons are.
It looks like a demon. Coming out with sort of longish hair, horns coming out right here, some facial hair. He has this purple sort of vest robe thing that is purple and gold patterns. He's red skinned, holding a French cigarette that he puffs as he steps out from behind the curtain. But hello. Are you here for a fortune?
That means you can see my future, right?
Or your past? Or perhaps a deeper truth about your presence? Name's
I
Terry.
know my past.
Name's Terry. You can call me Terry.
Did you come from underground?
Oh no. Did you?
No. As far as they know, I came from the sky.
I see. He kind of sits down.
I'm
Kind of.
trying to get home.
He
Can you
sprawls
tell
out.
me if I get home?
He sprawls out some cards. What would you like some insight about?
I would like to know if I get home. Soon. Preferably.
Well, fate demands. That'll be a goal.
She takes out one of her earrings and gives it to him.
Looks it over. Kind of hooks it on his own ear. Which you see one of his horns is decorated with some circlet earring. Hoop earrings, that's what those are called. He puffs in smoke and expels it as the whole room is covered with this pinkish red smoke that doesn't smell bad. It's kind of pleasant, a little cinnamony, a little just herbal. And the mist swirls. What was your question again?
if she gets home, or when she gets home.
You see an image of, it looks like you, but older, more hardened, more scarred, more confident. Other figures alongside you, but you can't really make out who they are. Anything else I can do for you?
How much do you know?
What was the question?
How much do you know?
The mist swirls again, and you see um, few images. You see ships sailing around a whirlpool in a storm. You see a a fist fight. Um, see a few other images. I know lots of things. Anything you would like to know?
When I was falling from the sky, there was a man who spoke with me. Who was that? Or what was that?
As he blows another gust of arcane smoke, it blows into the images that were forming. And you see the silhouette of a man wearing a poncho, walking down an alley. You see a face, kind of like the one you saw in the void, but younger. He looks directly at you after a moment, and you see a book.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Anything else?
No. Although that tent behind yours is the one where they are fighting, correct?
Yes, the big top.
Thank you. And she leaves.
Quite welcome. Does anybody else want to go into the tent that is now billowing with more smoke?
No, Donatello, after seeing our friend go in, just begins to mutter to himself outside in the corner, just looking at his sigil, and just mutters to himself passages of scripture just to keep himself sane. Behold, I and the children whom God has given me are signs and portents from the Lord who dwells on Zion. And when they say to you, inquire of the mediums and the necromancers who chirp and mutter, shall they not inquire of their God? Should they inquire of the dead on behalf of the living? No, 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 to the teaching, to the testimony. If they won't speak to according to this word, it's because they have no dawn. How long is she gonna be in here?
Hi.
Captain, what are you doing?
Okay.
I think
No.
it's a bunch,
Huh?
I think it's a bunch of superstition.
How long are you going to be here?
You see over here are more shop areas where you could get little trinkets. Oh, little trinkets! Uh-huh.
Donatello, to keep himself sane, just begins to not only just hold his sigil, but hug his little plush friend.
I want the fight.
Do we all wanna
Same.
just go into the arena?
Sure, I guess.
in front of the arena door is not a character written on this sheet. There is what kind of looks like a ogre orc of some sort, just standing there with his arms crossed. Giant, deep and big and long scars all throughout his body. 7 foot plus. Easily.
7 foot frame.
He just looks down at you. Business?
He's 7 foot, right? Or just over 7 foot?
He's over 7 foot. You'd have to get out a tape measure.
Fight.
Right. He kind of holds out from under his arms, puts it towards you, and it's just a sign-in sheet that is titled Liability Waiver. There's really, as you look close, there's just really fine print text that's just barely able to be made out, that just explains the risk of death by participating in the arena.
So, Nella can read.
Can you read small?
She can read. She can't write.
Can't write? I'm signature.
Wrong.
Signature, just anything.
She just puts a line.
Oh, also, so to specify, there is 2 columns. There's contestant, and there's like participant, and there is a column for audience. In the contestant column, does anybody want to look at it?
Sure, I do.
Sure.
The contestants also have bets placed on them, and it's showing their current pot. At the top of the list, there's Allison Rin, 400 gold.
Katniss Everdeen.
There's, I don't think this character is actually. Oh. Yeah. Okay. There is Danathar Oesker, who has 150 gold bet on him. There is a title, Decimir the Berserker, with 60 gold bet on. And there is Evan Ewan with 50 gold bet on him.
So if we enroll, we can't enroll as a group, can we?
That would be big question for Big Brain. Me no Big Brain.
So who would be the big brain with full of wisdom and might?
Hardy.
I don't know why you're laughing. You should tell me who he is.
No laugh. He grabs a bell and rings it. Ding, ding, ding. And you see around the corner comes a bit of a heavy-set fellow. Sort of think of like classic penguin, a little pot-bellied, top hat. He's just like,
Wah, 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 wah.
oh yes, You don't seem like you're having a fight with my friend here. Do you have a question? I'm Laurel N. Hardy.
Charmed. I was wondering if when it comes to apparently these fights, is not possible to join in as a team.
Uh, well, there's nothing in the bylaws against it, but it's never been done before.
There's a
Well,
first time for everything.
Hmm. Well, okay. Yes. Yes. The next contest is in an hour. That will give people time to bet on you. I suppose. What will your team name be?
Donnie and the Tellos.
Sounds like a band.
Okay, almost every party name we riff about just sounds like a band. So.
It does sound like a band. I don't know. What will we name ourselves?
The pig, the turtle, and the captain.
Pink
I
Turtle
was
Cap.
known as the Beast's champion back home.
The Beast Champ.
The champions, I suppose. I mean, it's a bit on the nose to the results of the games, but I think that would be fine.
The Champ. Sounds good. I'll have my messengers make sure the audience knows to bet on you as a team. That'd be an interesting dynamic. It's normally a free-for-all. Yes, you have an hour before the next fight begins. He kind of straightens his bow tie and goes off.
Well, my friends, I wonder what should we do before battle? I don't necessarily have any spells to prepare beforehand. What do you
To
think?
find the other contestants.
You haven't visited the lower shop area.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's pretty much just that left. Well, there's a few things, but
I want to
Also,
find
we
the
need
other
to stretch.
contestants.
you need to stretch.
I just want to
you-
go up to random people and ask them if they're in the competition.
All right. People, as you look at them, they're just like, no. As you look around, from this tent, you start hearing music.
Which tent? Ah, music. Okay.
As you go up, there's a sign that says, Karn, C-A-R-N, Eval, E-V-A-L, company.
Interesting.
Can I look inside to see what's going on?
There's a group of people sitting and on stage. There's a halfling on lute, playing lute and singing. There's a backup lutist who's a half elf. There's a female halfling who is playing a fiddle, and there is a tabaxi playing a hurdy-gurdy.
Well. I don't. As a cat person, and I'm freaked out.
Yeah, they're just starting up a set. The
Feline.
the top one grabs kind of a stone on a pedestal, on kind of a very thin stand of a pedestal, and he talks into it, and it somehow amplifies his voice. Hello, everybody of Andal. We are Carnival and Company. I'm your lead singer, Carnival. And this is our set. Hope you enjoy. And he starts into the music.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not touching that.
You see
Is there anything else around?
yeah, you see a large portion of patrons going into this tent, and as you passed by it, thinking back on it, it was something Emporium.
Let's see. Donatello goes back to check out the Emporium and look at the sign.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, as you specifically look at the sign, it says Bartholomew T. Darlin's Emporium of the Beyond.
Emporium of the Beyond. He raises a a hairless eyebrow of curiosity, and leaning on his staff, stumbles his way inside to observe what's going on.
You see, there's also a subtext of side room : side room Australia Wallabies freak show.
Wallaby, that's cool.
I want to see a freak show.
Yeah, as you go in, kind of just the tent seems a little bigger on the inside. You see, just kind of think like peak Mystery Shack oddities all over the place. Kind of like there's a stuffed owl bear. There's a bunch of trinkets, and there's a man walking around with bald old man with Coke bottle glasses, and the only hair on his head is coming out of his ears is a gray-white Captain Price sort of handlebar with mustache.
Handlebar mustache.
And he has very nice, elegant clothing. He looks and goes, "Hello! Welcome to my Emporium. What can I interest you for?"
Oh, I mean, we're really just here to look around.
I see. Can I interest you in this vampire's tooth? And he holds up a necklace that has 2 teeth, actually. They're fangs.
I look at them. Are they real? Are they like actual real vampire's teeth?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation.
They just look like wolf's teeth. Like incisors from a wolf. Or, even better, I can interest you in this. This is a dagger from the Underdark. And it's just a obsidian-handled knife with a black leather blade. With unknown magical property.
Well, my friend, if it is unknown, that no eye is seen, no ear is heard, how do you know that it is valuable enough to sell?
He leans in. I've seen it take down adventurers in single slashes.
Oh, really? Tell me
Every
more.
single aimed slash.
Well, I used to have a company of adventurers, and they fell to some weird leaves. Just this. Now I have it, because I got through him.
I killed a man with this thumb.
I do have a question.
Yes?
I do have a question about that dagger. Is it magical because it killed someone in 1 slash?
I'd assume that's the magic of it.
Are you aware, Tiny, thing that anything on anyone can kill with a single hit if aimed correctly. For instance, she holds up her axe.
Preposterous, not in my experience. Oh. Boom.
If something sharp, such as my axe or that knife, is cut against the jugular of a creature, they die very quickly.
It is quite effective when applied to the jugular.
You seem cold. Could I interest you in this shawl from an owl bear?
I have more fur than you. Do not call me cold.
Yes, ma'am. Oh.
I step in. My friend, is there anything in this emporium that is actually magical or actually valid from what you say?
He looks behind the counter and he rummages around.
And while he's searching, I cast. Wait, let me check and see if I have it. Darn it, I don't have it. I was going to cast Zone of Truth.
Could I perhaps sell you something that some people might actually find interesting?
Oh, that's certainly doable. He raises up a hand from behind the counter.
These teeth were from a living piece of furniture. Are they worth anything to you?
Mimic's teeth. Yes, that will be, a silver a pop.
A silver?
Aye.
Seems a pretty bit cheap, is it not?
For people cringing at
From an
home, his accent
actual
is
mimic?
wavering. For people cringing at home, his accent is wavering on purpose.
It is for an actual mimic's teeth. That sounds pretty low a price.
You know, mimics.
He's rummaging through his list of excuses.
He brings up and he sets down a what seems to be a golden ring with a little purple gem that's been secured in place with gold poured over the divots in it to where it looks like a brain.
Give.
He just this would be a ring of mind shielding.
It is gold. Give it to me. For the teeth.
Certainly, that will be. Let me look at my books. Yeah. Is there actually a place where they list the price of this?
No,
Yeah.
probably not.
Probably not.
It makes sense if they have it. That's the reason it won't be there.
That would be 50 gold.
No, for the teeth. We trade.
Roll a persuasion check.
Intimidation check. Intentionally.
Could it be intimidation?
If you want to do it intimidatively, sure.
She does everything intimidatively. 20.
Oh!
Across the board.
You see a bead of sweat come down from his bald liver, spotted head. He just kind of. Sure.
She takes the ring and just drops 2 mimic teeth on the counter.
He kind of scoops them up.
Then a deal's a deal.
So what is the ring again?
It's in the DMG. It's the Ring of Mind Protection.
I'll
So
look it up.
it's an actual thing.
It's an actual magic item.
Aha.
An actual D&D
Oh,
item
cool.
in this homebrew campaign?
What?
What?
Well, I mean, we already picked up 2 with me, so.
That's fair. No, it's funny because, like, just to anecdote super quick, like, I thought that Matthew Mercer made up the Raven Queen for his setting.
I thought so too.
Uh,
Are you telling me my brain's been lying to me this whole time?
nah, that's an actual goddess in the D&D world. Anyways,
Oh.
are you gonna do anything else? Are you guys gonna go into the Australia Wallabies freak show side room?
Yes, I want
Yeah,
to see the freak
I'm
show.
gonna wander into the wallaby.
All right. As you enter in, almost as if he was waiting, as you actually enter just as a group is going out, and you see this stout little halfling with just really wild hair. Think Teen Wolf. Um, um, and he just looks up at you and is like, "Hello, welcome to Wallabies Freak Show. That'll be a gold for a tour." He holds out his hand.
Why is everything gold here?
So expensive.
I go outside the tent. I'm not spending another dime right now.
Oof. Okay. Tell you what, first time discount.
I'm gonna let.
First time discount. I'll make it 5 silver a person.
Don't have that either.
That's half a gold.
I have this. She just kind of tosses the holy symbol at him.
That'll cover your tour. Come along.
Donatello looks in complete heartbroken sorrow.
It was worth 5 gold. I stole it. It's fine.
As you walk in,
And Donatello just runs over to the man and asks to trade.
what will you trade?
2 gold coins for the holy symbol back.
The trade occurs.
Both for him and for her.
Right. You come to the first exhibit, which is just kind of set up kind of like a set. And inside there's just like a dressing room with a woman on a high top chair who seems like seems like a dwarf. But her skin is paler, greener. Her jaw, she has a definitive more of an underbite, and from her rouge lips that she's preparing are 2 tusks like an orc. And she has a beard. And he goes, "This is the bearded half dwarf, half orc Lady Zmara from the Amiri Desert." She looks at you and waves.
I bow at her.
Yeah, the set just kind of reeks of perfume. You pass on, and not in a dying way.
We die at the sight.
You move on. You move on, and in this booth, it looks just kind of like a little kid's room, and in a sailor outfit, just one is, or well, 2, I guess, are I didn't give the right people. Are 2 half orcs sitting beside each other, just in sailor men outfits, and they're hips seem like they're touching, and he goes, "This is conjoined twins Tivil and Divil." And when they notice you, they get up and perform some mediocre tricks, like a unicycle juggling, juggling daggers. We move on from there, and there's kind of just in the next room, in kind of a cage, eating clearly a lion, is this. It looks like the same guy who was guarding, or the same kind of creature that was guarding the big top. And Wallaby says, "And this is the half-orc, half-ogre, the monolith, the 15-foot tall, by the name of..." Actually, he doesn't say that last part. By the name of... You just see the placard says Gregnar. And he just looks at you. Please don't feed him. And moving on from there, the next attraction is in a nether cage. This one padded, with padded floor, and wearing a very crude jacket to tie him down. He looks up with a kind of a blank look on his face. "That is Vol, the mindless fiend." It's a tiefling. Just looks around, kind of paranoid. And, he comes to the next one. This cage is actually behind a curtain, and he kind of pulls it, and it's glass. And just inside, you can very plainly recognize a giant, sort of gelatinous mass. "Well, this one's Jerry, the gelatinous cube."
Hey, brother. Just want to let you know, I'm pretty much going to have to leave now. I remember that I have to get up early in the morning, so I'm probably going to have to pop out now.
Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to wrap up after this set anyways. Before the...
Okay.
At this rate.
Nice. So I am just going to have to immediately drop because I have some phone calls that I need to make beforehand. But this has been fun.
Alrighty.
I'll see you guys later.
Take care. God bless. So, I guess we'll do the last attraction and then wrap that up, and then next session can be the big fight. The last attraction that's brought to is on a pedestal. There's a brain in a jar. There is... Nope, there's the placard just says brain in a jar. He goes, "The interesting thing about this weird one is, He taps on the glass, and you see a strange kind of aura emanating from the brain, and the window flaps on the tent and the door flap burst open with a thunderous noise. It can cast cantrips. And you see it prestidigitate the words help.
That's why I know. Where did you find this?
Around, we come across many strange planes and lands. Encounter many strange people.
You're keeping it against its will.
Ah, yeah. It's clear he's lying.
What is your name again?
Australia Wallaby. Well, now you've had the tour of my freak show. You're good to go.
Yes, I will go.
And he leads you out, and you exit the tent. And Captain, I don't know what you've been doing. You've waited an hour for them, or almost an hour. And I think that's where we are going to leave off for tonight. I didn't plan to not get to the fight in this one, but I guess it's fitting.
Well, like I said, I'm still stretching.
Yeah. You're just out there doing like exercise routines. And, like... It's kind of the Eye of the Tiger montaging.
Oh, don't get me started. I got some ideas. Since we're calling ourselves champions, I got some ideas.
Ooh. We have champ. Okay. And with that, the curtains close on another episode of the Tomes of Time. Thank you all for playing. Sorry this night wasn't as action-packed. But, yes. One final message before...
Sorry, guys. I said, sorry I wouldn't have a lot of energy tonight.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Your audience, before I stop the recording, just one last simple statement. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But the great message of the gospel is that God is willing and just and will forgive us. Christ has borne our sin on the cross. By faith in him, we can have eternal life. Today is the day of the Lord's salvation. If you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts, but repent and believe, and you shall be saved. Good night. There's going to be a hiatus, but until then, and past then, God bless.